Hey friends, it's Shereé, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a fabric haul. It's a big one. It's kind of hard to see all the fabric on the table because I actually have a stack in front of a stack. But get some tea, honey, and have a seat because we're going to have fun talking about fabric, okay? If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. Let's get into it. Friends, I have been doing a tiny bit of damage, not major damage, just a tiny bit. I had decided that there's some patterns I'd like to try out, but I'm afraid to cut into my really nice fabric. So the first thing that I did is I went to Goodwill to see if there was anything at Goodwill that I could use in order to practice on. Now, I had seen in some other people's videos that they could go to their Goodwill or local thrift shops and they actually found fabric. Well, that wasn't necessarily the case for me. I didn't find any garment fabric. However, I found some things that I think are usable for the purpose that I have for them. So I'll share those things with you. I also received some amazing happy mail, unexpected, really sweet happy mail. Now in my June-July makes video, I mentioned a lovely company or business on Etsy called Iris Made For You, where they sell wonderful bonnets and scrub caps, beautiful headbands, and other items to protect your hair. And because I shared their products in my video to help me out, the owner of the shop, Linda, actually sent me some fabric from her shop to practice on. I didn't realize that they had such a selection of fabric on their Etsy shop, but they do. They definitely have a wide variety of colors of cotton fabric. So if you are a quilter, if you are someone who makes and sells masks, if you are someone who just enjoys making things out of cotton fabric, I do encourage you to please check out their Etsy shop. I will have a link for their shop in the information section below. So I will be sharing with you the cotton fabrics that were sent to me so that you can see how beautiful the quality is. I will say that I've already washed these items. However, I haven't had an opportunity to press them. So if they're a little bit wrinkled, it's my fault, okay? The last thing that I did is I actually went to Joann's last night because I wanted to take advantage of the Simplicity pattern sale. If you didn't already know, this weekend, which I believe it started actually on Thursday the 19th of August, Simplicity was having a $1.99 sale on all of their patterns. There is also another sale if you missed that one next weekend for Mccall patterns. So if you like Mccall patterns and you want to purchase some for $1.99, now's the time to do it. So next weekend, make sure you get out to Joann's and pick up some Mccall patterns for $1.99. Anyway, while I was there, I wasn't there to buy fabric at all. I was going to get hardware and I was going to get elastic, but somehow, and patterns, and somehow I found myself in the fabric section, okay? Now the Ember fabrics for fall are actually on sale, 60% off. And I tried to have tunnel vision and there were so many options, so many beautiful options that if I wasn't being good, I absolutely would have taken advantage of, but I didn't because I have plenty of things that I can use that I've purchased already. Okay, now August has been a slow sewing month for me. I'm actually going to be sewing for the first time this month, and today is, I think, the 21st. So I need to be realistic about how I can get through the projects that I have planned. So anyway, there were two things that I saw that I was like, yes, 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 ma'am. 60% off, and it's definitely gonna hit all the marks. So I'll show you what those things are as well. All right, so let's do this. I want to first start with the things that I picked up from Goodwill. So those items are back here. I tell you what, this table on my DreamBox is so big. I love it that I can put so many things on there. All right, so let me show you what I bought. It's a pretty big stack of stuff. Ugh. Okay, and all of this cost me about $28, I believe. It's been a while since I purchased it. I want to say I purchased it 2 weeks ago. And so let's get into it. This right here, these are two pillowcases. And I just really love this beautiful color. My ring light might be washing it out, but it's kind of a sage green, sagebrush green. And it's gorgeous. I can tell you what the fabric content is. So this is 50% cotton, 50% polyester. but the weave on it kind of looks like a linen weave, and I just really liked the color. So I got 2 of them, and I think what I want to do is make another one of those Pattern Scout fern tops in the square neck version. I think that would be so pretty out of this, and 2 pillowcases is more than enough to make that top. So that was the first thing I got. And friends, pillowcases, especially if you're making a top, are such a good deal at Goodwill because they're $1.99. Now, I definitely washed all of these items, and I used color safe bleach on them to make sure that they were nice and clean before I started handling them. But I was like, $1.99? Oh no, I cannot beat that, okay? So I definitely scooped up 2. I would have got all the pillowcases if they had had more colors that were to my liking. So that was the first thing that I got. The next thing that I got is this piece of fabric. It's actually folded up really tiny, but it's about 4 yards. It's rather thin, and it is a rayon cotton blend. I want to say that this is a tablecloth, but I'm not positive. There is a wonderful dress made by Friday Pattern Company called the Hughes dress, and I just received that pattern, and I definitely want to try it out on a cheaper fabric before I make my version. So I definitely scooped this up to practice on, and I'm hoping that it will be perfect. It's soft, it's a bit drapey. I don't want to completely unfold it because it took a long time to get it this tiny. But it's soft enough, but it has a good amount of structure as well. So I think it will hold the shape of the pattern really nicely. So I picked this one up. I think it was about $5. I don't remember. But it definitely was really nice. There's only one flaw on it, and I can cut around it. So it's navy blue, which means it goes with everything, and I think it's great. The next thing I got, I actually bought to make totes out of it. I love this fabric. It's actually a curtain, and it's a big curtain. It is, I believe, let's see if I can find the fabric content. I want to say this is 100% cotton. Let's see. Okay, so this is a Target curtain, and it is 65% polyester, 35% cotton. But I really love this wonderful gray and white print on it, and I think it will make the most perfect tote bag for anyone, really. I could gift it, or I could even use it to make a skirt. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely like the idea of making tote bags out of it, and it's a big piece of fabric. So that was the next thing. I got this one pillowcase because my kids love to design t-shirts and stuff using fabric markers. And my son, Cameron, really wanted to decorate a pillowcase. So I got it, but then after I bleached it, I thought it would be more crisp, and it looks a bit dingy. So I don't know that I will allow him to use this. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but he definitely wanted to make a decorated pillowcase to sleep on. So I'm thinking about giving this to him, but I also might just buy him some and then save this for a practice piece of fabric. The next couple things are incredible. These are 100% polyester, and these are probably the biggest tablecloths I've ever seen. The fabric itself is very thick and structured, kind of like a canvas fabric without being waxy. So it's very heavy duty, and I love it. It's huge. One of them is 5 yards and the other one is 3 yards. I have 2. And it's great. So I am going to make all the tote bags out of this. It also can be used as muslin. So I was happy to find this, and it was very cheap. So that's that. The next couple things, I mentioned in a previous video that I want to try to make jeans. And I have some really beautiful fabric that I hauled and shared in a previous video when I did my Stone Mountain & Daughter fabric haul. And it's amazing fabric, and I really am nervous to cut into it. So, because it's kind of pricey. Actually, let me take that back. It wasn't from Stone Mountain & Daughter. It was actually from LA Finch Fabric. That's where it was from, LA Finch Fabric. It's so beautiful, and I'm nervous to cut into it, so I want to practice on some upcycled denim first. So I found this pair of jeans at Goodwill, and it's big enough to where I can repurpose it to make another pair of jeans out of. So I will just deconstruct the denim take the jeans apart, and then lay my pattern pieces on top. And I like this denim because it has a little stretch, not a ton of stretch, so it'll lend itself well to the patterns that I'll be trying out. So I got this, and I want to say that these jeans were $8. So $8 for enough to make a full pair of jeans where the fabric would have cost me $30+. It's a win in my book, especially since it's my first time making jeans. So that was the first pair that I bought, and I did buy a pair in black as well. And so I got this pair, and I will deconstruct it and repurpose the fabric. I've decided that if it doesn't work out, because there's a chance that it won't work out, I will use the fabric to make tote bags, and it will not be wasted. So that's that. Now we're going to go on to the fabric that was gifted to me, and it's so pretty. So if you've seen my other fabric haul video that I did, it was like a spring summer fabric haul, then you saw that I really love ditzy floral prints. They have really grown on me, and I just love them so much. And so Linda at Iris Made For You, the Etsy shop that I mentioned, sent me all of this fabric, and it's about 2 yards per print. And in some cases, it's a little bit more than 2 yards. And so I'm going to be making all the blouses. I will probably make some masks as well. And she sells so many wonderful cottons in her shop. So check them out. If you're a quilter, definitely check her out. If you make bags, masks, whatever, check out Iris Made For You on Etsy. And I will put the link in the description below. I'm going to show you what these look like. And also she sent me a ton of elastic. This is that beautiful nylon elastic that feels very stretchy but soft. Now I have been using, you know, regular elastic, the 1/4 inch elastic to make masks and things like that. But this is going to be so much better for the masks that I've used. I'm also thinking that I can use it to make scrunchies to add to my shop. So really great. She sent me so many in white and in black, and I could be wrong, but I want to say that for a bundle it's $6. That is a good deal because elastic can be very pricey. So if you're a person that makes masks or anything that requires a nylon stretch type of elastic that's soft, check out her shop. It's amazing. So this first ditzy floral is white, and it has all of these beautiful orange and blue flowers and leaves all over it. It also has a little beige leaf in it. This is definitely going to lend itself well to a really pretty button-up top that I have in mind. I have this cute vintage button-up shirt that I've been wanting to try, and it doesn't require a lot of fabric. So I think I'd like to try that in this fabric. It's very pretty, and I could see myself wearing this year-round, not limiting myself to just wearing something like this to spring, summer, because it's cute. I like it. The next thing is this really great one. Now, I purchased a fabric that's very similar to this. And the one that I purchased, I believe, is a cotton voile. So it's thinner and a little drapier than this. All of these are 100% cotton, but they're soft to the touch. Like I mentioned before, I have washed these. I just have not pressed them. And I have not been wanting to cut into that fabric because I love it so much and I didn't want to waste it. If you don't remember the fabric that I'm talking about, I believe it's called London's Calling. So it's beautiful, and it's just so gorgeous, and it's got this really sherbety looking colored flowers and pink flowers all over it. It looks so much like this that when I saw this in person, my heart sang, okay? Because now I can cut into this and not be fearful that it's all gonna be gone, okay? So I can make whatever I want. I can make a skirt, I can make a shirt, I don't know, but I really love this fabric, and it's great for practicing on. So I'm really happy that she thought about me and that she gifted these to me because she didn't have to do it, and it was a very generous thing to do. So the next fabric that she sent me is this gorgeous fabric with lots of pink and burgundy flowers. It looks as though the burgundy color is leaves in the fabric, but it's so cute. I love it so much. I love the way the flowers are drawn because it reminds me of flowers on Charlie Brown cartoons. The shape of them. That might be weird, but I'm definitely a cartoon person. And when I saw this, it reminded me of the flowers on Charlie Brown. Anyway, it's gorgeous, and I think it will make a lovely top. Also, all of these fabrics could be used for beautiful masks. So I might do a shirt mask combo. So that's really pretty. The next one I think definitely lends itself really nicely to a transitional color. It's still a light pink and like a rosy pink and a light pink, flowers all over it. It's gorgeous. It actually is kind of vintage looking to me. I have some vintage fabric that I shared in a previous video that I received from my grandmother. Is it weird that I'm petting this fabric like this? Does anybody else pet their fabric? Sorry, I can't help myself. I just keep doing it. Anyway, I really love this fabric. It definitely gives vintage vibes to me. And I've seen some really gorgeous vintage shirts that are made out of cotton, and I'd like to give them all a try. So this is definitely something that could work for that. The next one is a more bright pink and bold blue. I recently made a summer dress that I shared on my Makes video. It's the, I think it's Mccall 8213, and it is a great summer dress. It made it out of this really pretty blue poplin, and it had blue flowers all over it. This reminds me so much of it, and I love the way this blue looks. It's a very bright, punchy blue, and it has yellow and lime green and yellow. Oh, I said yellow already. Anyway, it's pretty, and I definitely think this is something that I want to save for next summer, because there's so many dress patterns that I didn't get to try for summer that I wanted to try. So I could totally envision myself making a little summer dress out of this particular colorway. It's gorgeous. The next few are actually great for fall, winter, and I definitely have patterns that I want to try on this fabric. So this first one is a navy blue, and it has red and white flowers all over it. It's so pretty. Again, it reminds me of some vintage fabrics that I've seen, and I love it so much. So much. Anyway, so I can definitely make myself, I want to make a beautiful button-up skirt. I have a pattern that is from, what is that pattern from? Fiber Mood magazine, and it has a button up front, and I definitely think I want to make that out of this. I can see myself wearing that. It has big deep pockets, and it's a long skirt, so it goes past the knees. I can wear this with a navy blue t-shirt or tank top. I can wear it with a white t-shirt. I just think it would be so flattering, and I love it. The next one is black. I have this gorgeous pattern that I've been wanting to try out. Let me hold this up close. It has some pretty flowers on it. It has lots of little green leaves. I definitely want to make this button-up long sleeve blouse with a statement collar out of this fabric. I think it will be so perfect for fall, winter. And yeah, this is definitely up my alley. I can see myself wearing with some black corduroys or with some black overalls even, because I definitely think I want to make another pair of fitted overalls. I know I have a lot of overalls, okay? I love them, okay? But I just think that would be so cute. So definitely want to do that. And this last one is another ditzy floral with a black background, but this one has lots of white flowers and blue flowers and little pops of pink all through it. I also like that it has like some autumny looking colors of the flowers. Some of them are like a brown, some of them are like an orange, anyways, or like an some type of green color, like olive green colors in there. I really think this is gorgeous. I don't have a plan for it, but I'm sure something will come to mind. I also have been thinking about using that polyester fabric that I showed you before as the outside of a tote bag, and then maybe doing the inside lining, something like this. I think that would be super cute. Lastly, she sent me this 100% cotton. Now this cotton feels a little different from those cottons. It's very thick and stiff, and if I didn't know better, I would think that it was more of a canvas, only it's not waxy. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, but it's very structured. And so this could definitely be really good for the bottoms or handles of tote bags. So I really love the idea of using this fabric that way. All right, so that's everything that I received from Iris Made For You. Now we're going to get into what I got at Joann's. Now, friends, did you know that you can use more coupons in store than you can use online or on your phone? Let me tell you. So I go up to the counter, I have all my stuff, I'm sweating bullets because of course I have more things than I intended to buy, some of which I won't be showing in this video because they're for a future project, but it's like fall decor, right? And I also have the things that I actually went there for, which I'll show you those too. And this fabric that I didn't intend on getting. And the cashier was like, don't worry, I got you. You don't have to sweat. She said, give me your phone, pull up the Joann's app. She scanned the coupons in the Joann's app. Then she said, check your text messages. So I pulled up my text messages. Turns out the day before, Joann sent me a text, clicked on that, pulled those coupons. She said, what did she say? She said, go to your email address, go to the most recent email that you received from Joann's, pull that up. She scanned those coupons too. So I got to use coupons from my text, coupons from my email, and coupons from the Joann's app, all in one purchase. Amazing. My total dropped significantly, okay? So if you haven't been using all of your coupons in one shot, do it. If you have been only shopping online, I do want to tell you you can save more money by going in store. Now, one thing that I was disappointed about at Joann's is that I am definitely into planners and planning. I collect planner stickers and organizers and things of that nature. There's a new artist that has partnered with Happy Planner to come up with this beautiful collection for brown skinned women, and it's called Spoonful of Faith. And I have ordered some things online, but there were some things I couldn't really see what it looked like. So I thought, oh, I'll just, when I go in store next time, check it out. They barely had anything. They had nothing from the Spoonful of Faith line. And this was in San Leandro in the Bay Area. I just assumed that they would have, and they didn't have. And then also their Happy Planner section in general just looked picked over. So I was disappointed about that, but let's get back into the sewing stuff, okay? So this particular fabric is gorgeous. It is a jersey rayon type of fabric. It is ribbed. It is super soft, super stretchy in 4 ways. I just love this color so much. It reminds me of raspberry. It reminds me of sherbet. It's delicious, and it's so soft, okay? Now, it is ribbed and a bit heavier than like what you would make maybe out of a t-shirt. You can absolutely make a t-shirt out of this fabric, but my plan is to do a lounge set, so I want to do a shirt with matching pants. And so that's why I got this. I got 4 yards of it. I know, but you know, it was 60% off, and I got to use my coupons on top, so I can't be mad. And it's so beautiful. And yeah, I want to say that it ended up being like $30 for 4 yards, which is incredible. The other one that I got is a similar type of fabric. I thought it was the exact same, but it actually, the price was different. And now that I'm touching it, it feels a lot cooler, like to the touch. It's a little bit more drapey. It's a little thinner, still very ribbed. It's so cute. I love the way it naturally curls on the bottom. Anyways, I also got 4 yards of this, but you can see the difference in thickness. Look at that. Maybe you can't. I can. But this one's definitely not as heavy. And it's so soft and so beautiful. And the color is like a blush, pinky type of color. I love it. It's so good. And again, I want to do a 2-piece lounge set with this. So pretty. So those are the fabrics that I got at Joann's. I also got some additional things because I was using all the coupons I could. I made sure to get the Fusible mid-weight interfacing that I could use on tote bags. So I got this, and this is 3 yards, which I'm not sure how much of this I actually need for the tote bags I'll be making, but I thought it would be a start since I've never actually made a tote bag before. So I'll try this first, and if it doesn't work out, and if you have recommendations for what you use for your tote bags, let me know in the information section below, because this is my first time and I want to make sure that I do it right. So I got this, and then I also got elastic. I go through a ton of elastic, sewing for my kids, sewing for myself, sewing for my husband. So I definitely got the sizes that I use the most often. This one's 2-inch, and this one is 1.5 inches. I was actually looking for 1 1/4 inch, but I couldn't find it. A lot of their elastic sizes were missing for the soft elastic. I like the soft elastic for waistbands, especially if you're making pajamas or anything like that. It's definitely more comfortable. Please do not forget to use your coupons when you're shopping at Joann's. Save all that money, okay? And also check out Iris Made For You to pick up specialized hair caps, bonnets, and accessories, as well as fabric. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.